we've got a good one on tap. It's the Detroit Lions and the New England Patriots. On the Lions sideline, a look at their head coach. Hoping you guys took full advantage of the late season off week in the schedule, trying to heal up now for the stretch run. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen ready to get this one going. Jake Bates set to get it started. And off we go from Foxborough. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The New England offense getting ready to go to work here. They'll be led by the man from North Carolina, 6'4", quarterback Drake May.
You look back on the game prior to the bye week, Mike, and I think that win is critical. Nobody wants to go into the bye week off of a loss. It just changes the energy in the building. Everyone starts questioning everything you're doing. You go in on a win, everyone takes a deep breath. You're very honest about what you need to continue to improve on coming out of the bye, and we'll find out in this one whether they made those corrections.
Off the bootleg, here's May. Complete to the former Buckeye, Jackson Smith-Njigba. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. His 50th reception on the season, and he's got a first down to go with it.
First and 10 at the 41.
On first and 10, here's May.
So I don't think his fullback was his primary option on that play, but a really nice job by the quarterback, working quickly through his progression, getting the ball down to his big fullback, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
And the first carry for Antonio Gibson. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
No gain on the play.
There's very few defenses in today's NFL, Mike, that you can play the cornerback position and be unwilling to tackle. Those days are kind of over, so give credit to this guy. I mean, he identified run, he understood his leverage and gap fit, and he's able to bring him down for no gain. And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. So that Detroit offense taking the field for the first time. They're led by the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year in 2023. From Ohio State, it's C.J. Stroud.
I think if you asked every player around the league, going into the bye week, it is critical that you come in off of a win. It just makes the coaches in better moods. It makes everybody in the building in a better mood. And certainly it makes your time away from the team a little bit easier. So they've had a long week thinking back to their loss the week before, and hopefully they were able to address a lot of those issues, and they certainly want a different result today.
The ball deflected at least a couple of times, and it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
They're trying to take the top off the defense, make them feel that vertical threat, and soften everything up. Wasn't a ton of separation downfield, at least not what they would have preferred, and ends up being a wasted down.
Throwing on second down. Stroud. That's caught. It's Joe Mixon. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. They get 18 on that one. Good for a Lions first down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
First carry for Joe Mixon. Down the sideline, past the 40. And he is out of bounds at the 31-yard line. They get 22 yards there. First down, Detroit.
I think it's clear this is something this offense wants to major in, the ability to run the ball effectively against this defense. And after that big gain, you have to imagine they're going to come back to it and dare them to stop it.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. He'll get that out to Mixon. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on first down.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Here's the first carry for the Iowa State Cyclone, David Montgomery. And he'll be taken down, but we have a chance for the first points of this game as they've set up first and goal.
The story of this drive has just been their ability to sustain and get fresh sets of down. Now, in this case, after picking up that big gain on the ground, they find themselves first and goal.
Here's a design run. He will do it himself. He's in. C.J. Stroud. Touchdown, Detroit. That's his third rushing touchdown of the year. Bates, good, with the extra point. And the Lions will take a 7-0 lead. Here's Gibson. He'll push forward for about a yard. It was Terrion Arnold there to make the play.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 9. On the ground, Gibson. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
Operates the shotgun. It's Matt. Alex Anzalone. He gets there for the sack, setting up 4th down. Here's Bryce Baringer now, and he'll be looking for something better after that poor first punt. Take it in, back at his own 12. That's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. The Lions offense and running back Joe Mixon heading out onto the field. And as we take a look at league leaders in receiving touchdowns by the running backs, he's right up there among the best in the league. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. That's to the running back, David Montgomery. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
They were able to complete this pass, but how often do we see these running backs run these angle routes and they catch it in stride and run a hole through the defense? So, you know, the defense gave up some yards here, but it could have been a lot worse.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. He's got his tight end. That's Laporta. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. 20-yard pickup there. Good for a Lions first down.
46-yard line.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5. At the Patriots' 41-yard line.
So after one, it's the Lions who have the early lead. And we're back to Foxborough in a moment. Lions ball to begin this second quarter. They've got it looking at a 2nd and 5 situation.
All right. 18.
Now, faking the give. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down. They'll run out of the gun with Mixon. And he's got nowhere to go. That defensive front controlling the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up 4th down.
The best linebackers at this level, Mike, they have all the physical attributes. That's a given. But it's really their instincts. It's their ability to dissect and predetermine where the ball is going before the ball is even snapped. And you could see with how fast he met the back at the point of attack, he knew exactly what play was coming.
And he's going to have the 1st down. So taking a chance there, playing with the lead, but it works out for them.
That's good for a Lions 1st down. 8-yard pickup. First down, Detroit.
Now Stroud. Open man, it's Jameson Williams. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a 1st down.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. A nice job there making that happen.
On the handoff, it's Mixon. Not much there, maybe a yard. It is 2nd and 9.
Here we go.
On the option, they give it to Mixon. And they continue to churn out 1st down. What a drive. It continues now with 1st and goal.
And with that run, it puts them on the doorstep of the end zone. This has been a really impressive series up until this point, Mike. I mean, so much that anything less than a touchdown kind of feels like a letdown.
This has been some kind of march downfield now. Can they pay it off with 6? It's 1st and goal. Here's Stroud. That one broken up in the end zone. It's incomplete. Wow, coverage excellent there. It'll bring up 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
It is brought in the end zone. Jameson Williams. Touchdown, Lions. That's his 8th touchdown of the season. Bates now for the extra point. He's got it, and the Lions move out on top, 14-0. On play action, here's May. Outright Smith and Jigba has it. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
That's good for a Patriots 1st down.
Now Gibson. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play. Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Third down, 3 to go. Out of the gun, here's May. Taking the deep shot for Smith-Njigba. And he will score! Jackson Smith-Njigba. Touchdown. Patriots. His fourth TD grab of the season. No problem there on the extra point, and the Pats are on the board. It's now 14-7. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Lions offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Going for it all. He's got it! And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal. It is a huge play for Detroit. The gain is 64. First 2 drives yielded touchdowns. Now they can make it 3-4-3. It is 1st and goal. Stroud going to tuck this one on his own read. And he will take it in himself. C.J. Stroud. Touchdown, Detroit. Bates, good, with the extra point. And the Lions will take a 21-7 lead. Maynard on 1st and 10. Slant. Smith-Njigba has it. And they'll knock him down just shy of the 40. So, from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's May. And caught downfield by Harrison. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. They are cooking to begin this drive. This play going for 30 yards.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
To throw on 1st down is May. And he's going to be close to another 1st down as he's forced out just shy of the marker. 2nd and inches.
Number 8, Stephon Diggs. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
They'll run here with Gibson. And he's going to fight forward. Didn't get a whole lot. It's going to be enough to move the chains. They'll come up here 1st and 10.
1st down. 1st and 10.
Throwing is May. That's caught left side by Ingram. Now the Patriots going to use their first timeout as the clock will stop at 45 seconds to go until halftime. Here's 2nd and 2. Throwing now is Meg. That's caught once again by Ingram. And he's in! Evan Ingram. Touchdown, New England. And look at this. The extra point is blocked. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now, headed back onto the field. The advantage is 8. We'll see if they can make this a 2-score game on this drive. First down and 10.
Tony.
Here's Stroud. That'll be taken in by Mixon.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
Off the play fake. Here's Stroud. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, just ends up being a wasted down.
They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. From the gun, here's Stroud. That one on target to Williams. He's got it. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
All right. 18.
On first down, it's Stroud. He'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. They had the right play call. The screen goes for 15 and a first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
They'll go play action with Stroud. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. Now a timeout signal for them, and they'll get it with 10 seconds until the break. Well, here's the chance to cap off a great half. They have it 1st and goal.
What's that? 18. What's that?
They're pulled in at the 2. And he's in. Jameson Williams. Touchdown, Lions. That is 2nd touchdown of the game. He's up to 9 now on the year.
You know, he spent so much time talking about
throwing on 1st and 10 is May. He'll fire one deep for Harrison. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play, Prayer not answered, and that is how this first half will come to an end. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Lions offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They'll do so with 1st and 10.
Here we go. 18. What's up?
They'll begin on the ground, and here's Mixon. 16 yards on the game, and a quick first down.
There's a guy, Mike, who just refuses to go down. You'd love to see the old school kind of stiff arm. Get off me. Ability to break these tackles and still pick up big yards.
On first down, they keep it on the ground, and they keep it with Mixon. And let's give him about 4 on that one. Jelani Tavai, they're on the tackle. From the 48-yard line, here is second down and 5.
18. What's up?
He'll swing this out to Montgomery. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. They have that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started. Another great throw, and that's been the story as you check out these numbers. I mean, he has done everything this team has asked of him and more.
Look at the 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10.
Oh, right.
On play action, Stroud will go right back to Laporta. He is out of bounds. They have worked it inside the 15. This duo dynamites. 18 yards on that connection and another first.
So the athleticism of this tight end is pretty well documented, Mike. I mean, he can pick up yards after the catch. It's just such a rare trait for tight ends. So it's the size, it's the speed, it's the matchup problem. I mean, we got to...
That is caught by the tight end. Sam Laporta. Touchdown, Detroit. Greg, nothing changed at halftime. They come right out to start this third quarter and pick up where they left off.
Well, I think this defensive coordinator is going to think back to his halftime speech, Mike, because whatever adjustments he thought they made, it obviously didn't resonate. What we saw happen in the first half, they picked right back up here to start the third quarter, and at this point, the offense has hit its stride, and they continue to pull away.
Bates, good, with the extra point. And the Lions will extend this third quarter lead. Off the bootleg. Here's May. To the right side, he's got Ingram, the tight end. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. Over the middle, Smith and Jigbo with the grab. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down. Set to go now on 1st and 10. A carry now for Gibson. And he'll get maybe a yard. That's it. Aiden Hutchinson, the former first-rounder, in on the tackle.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 46, here's 2nd down and 9. Back to the ground, he'll get it again. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. 17 yards on that play. First down, New England.
First down. First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
May gonna look to throw. That's over the middle to the tight end Ingram. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
And I don't think he got that wrapped up in the line of scrimmage, and now you're looking at third down.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on third down.
They'll try to run for this. It's Stevenson. Trying to drive his way forward. I'm not sure he got there. Going to depend on the mark, but yeah, he's short. Short, and it's fourth down. No issues there. This one is good. And the Patriots will cut into that lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This returnable from the 4. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at 23-yard line. The Lions offense and running back Joe Mixon heading out onto the field. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin first and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to take a shot down the field, and that is incomplete.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike, and I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
Second down, here's a run, and here's Mixon. And that one shut down pretty quickly. They'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Looked like that might have been an RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like we might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off, and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
Open man, left side. He's got it. And he's going to be out of bounds up around the 39-yard line. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
18.
Stroud to throw here on first down. Oh, a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up second down.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down.
You're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. Terrific day throwing the ball, and the numbers now show it over 300 yards passing in this one. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10.
Here we go. 18. That's it.
Now an option here, left side. He is out of bounds. They have worked it inside the 15. That's another first down, another big play. The defense has some issues. Gain of 18.
I I like the change of pace. The idea that you want to keep the ball on the ground, but you don't want to do it in the traditional sense of just turning around and handing it off to your running back. So this time, they give it to the wide receiver, they get him in space, get the ball in his hands, and he turns it into a solid game.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Mixon. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7.
Here we go. 118. That's it. Good night.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Joe Mixon. Touchdown, Lions. And that touchdown probably, Greg, ends any small hopes of a comeback on the other side.
Yeah, and I think those chances, Mike, were small to begin with, but with that last score, I think this one is pretty much over.
Here's Bates for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Lions will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. Here's May to throw it on 1st down. He gets that complete to his tight end Ingram. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
And the Patriots
6 catches for him in the ball game now. This one's good for a 1st down.
4-yard line.
Handoff here, up the middle, and he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down.
He was taken down at the 50-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Out of the gun, here's May. He'll look deep here for Diggs. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Stephon Diggs there. And it'll be 3rd down.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
22 yards to pick up there. Good for a Patriots 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Working out of the gun, it's May. And this will be incomplete. Evan Ingram, the intended target. And that will lead to a 2nd down.
I could sit up here all day, Mike, and we could talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved a touchdown along the way.
It'll take this ahead for a gain of about 5, and here comes 3rd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Here we go.
Now, May. He's got his man. It's Diggs. And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots. Borregales now for the extra point.
Borregales on for the extra point.
He gets it to go, and the Patriots are able to cut into the deficit.
Lions 42, Patriots 23.
Down 3 scores, and it's late. They're going to need a few bounces to go their way. They'll start right here, trying to get an onside kicker.
You have no choice. You find yourself down big here late in the 4th quarter, Mike. You got nothing
to lose. Give it a shot. Nice job here by the hands team recovering. They're going to take over possession.
Come on, set! 19 Cardinal, let's ready.
He'll start this drive by keeping it himself. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. 17 yards, the gain there. First down, Detroit.
Man, when it works well, the zone read is a thing of beauty. It just adds another dimension to this offense. And if the defense doesn't get a better plan, they're going to continue to do it all day.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
There he goes again. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line. 11 yards the gain. He does it himself and picks up a first down.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result,
Looked like a lateral there, but now it's a free football. One of the Patriots has it. Inside the 30. And he returns this all the way. Touchdown, New England. The point now for Borregales. The kick is good. And the Pats are able to edge a bit closer. This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick.
late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy, this was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
Set! Go!
Here's a give up the middle to Mixon. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Now the Patriots going to use their first timeout, and they'll get together prior to the second down play.
Mustang 19! 60 Bison! 60 Bison!
That is caught out wide on the RPO. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, inside the 20.
It's a gain of 16
16-yard pickup on that one. Good for a Lions first down.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the fourth quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. We don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball.
New England going to take their second timeout, and they'll get together prior to this second down play.
You could tell the entire time that running back is just looking for his crease to get vertical and cut back. But the defense does a great job. Inside-out pursuit, strings this ball out towards the sideline. Nowhere to go, and they make a big stop for no gain.
And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
A win for the visitors, the Lions. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field.